Hello, all. This is Vanessa, your South Texas instructional designer, and I'm here to share another how to. This will be how to create thumbnails for your course content. A faculty member reached out to me a couple of days ago and asked about creating thumbnails. I shared with them an idea of how to capture an image from some location, even an image created by AI, save that image to the computer, upload the image to D2L, and then hyperlink that image to create a thumbnail. However, I didn't give what I feel like is a set of steps on how to do that. So I'm going to walk through that process today. In the future, if any of you want to create thumbnails for your course, you may refer to this particular video. So I'm in the asynchronous course template. I am updating the course templates for faculty to import into their courses in the spring. And in this particular example, we're going to navigate to our content tab. And in our content tab, I'm going to scroll down to the course information. And under course information, I'm going to navigate to course technical requirements. And here you have the thumbnails for the course tech tools required for this particular course, or that you will find in the asynchronous course template. So how did we create this? I'm going to walk through those steps with you. So first, I'll add a new unit or a new module. When you add a new unit or module, you'll always have to add a name. We'll call it sample thumbnail. And in the content editor box, you will select the insert image icon to add your thumbnails to the icon. Add your thumbnails to your content. So you can add them from your computer, or if you've uploaded them in your course offering files, which I will come back with a video later on how to do that. You can select my computer, upload. I have here in my pictures folder under D2L templates some of the images I've captured. So I captured these images by using the snipping tool. If you notice, my cursor is down here. I have the snipping tool pinned to my taskbar. If you don't have it there, you can go to your Windows search and type in snipping tool. It will populate there. And then you can right click on it and pin it to your taskbar so that it appears in your task options below. But for this example, I would use my snipping tool, capture whichever picture I want to capture. I'm using those that are already saved. but I would capture the picture from wherever I found it. Of course, if you're using a copyrighted image, you want to make sure that you apply the appropriate attribution. But I generally use free images from what we already have in our licensure or from sites like Pixabay or Unsplash, which has the free content and the attributions available. So I would save that, and it has a name screenshot. I'll say thumbnail 1 just to give it a different name. And then I would save that. I already have my icons or images saved, so I'm not going to worry about that. I just wanted to show you how I populated those into my file folder. So let's go back to our course. I'm sorry. I'll close this out. Once my images are in my file folder, I'll go through the upload process to upload them here. So I'm going to do that again. Access, add Canva, open, it populates. I add it. Want to add my alternative text that it's a Canva logo. And okay, save. Populates there. I'll hit enter and I'll go and select another image from my computer. Upload, Microsoft, thumbnail, open. It populates or it uploads, and I added Microsoft 365 logo. Okay, and save. So now I have these two logos that are appear here. I can resize them, shape them, move them around, however I want. The difficulty comes in if I want to move this to a space side by side and have it equally spaced across the screen in a organized fashion. It can be done, it's just a little bit challenging. So what I am showing you today is you can add that. You make your thumbnail small. It's just an image. And I add the text Canva below Microsoft 365, not 4 or 5. If I select the Canva image, I can open a new tab and go to canva.com. I only need the .canva.com. I don't need the templates. So I will copy that, go back to D2L, and select the link icon. Scroll down to insert my link. Add it here, paste, and insert. Now, this image has been linked with canva.com link. I can add that same hyperlink to the text. Go back and select the link icon, scroll down, insert the address, and now I have the hyperlinked text and the hyperlinked image. I can do the same thing with Microsoft. I'll just type over this. Microsoft 365, capture the address, copy the link address, which is what you want to do, copy the link address for whichever platform you're using. And since I already have my image highlighted, I can select the link icon, scroll down to the insert option, add the address, and insert. I want to do the same thing for the text. And if you want to, these are just two thumbnails, but you notice in my example, there were 5. I think I had 5. So in order to organize without too much stress, the 5, I would scroll down to create space at the top of my editor box. And then I would go to the more option. That's what this plus sign is. Select the drop down and insert a table. Insert a table. I only have 2, so I'm going to choose 2 columns and 2 rows. Or actually, I could choose one column and 1 row. I can choose however many is needed to create my table. But I'm going to just choose 2. And I can fill these as I choose. If I want to put Canva, I can move it up. You see the cursor on the screen. Lets me know I can drop that there. And underneath, I can grab the text and bring it up and drop it underneath. I can do the same thing with the Microsoft image. Go back and grab it and go up. I can drop it. I don't want to drop it below. I want to drop it at the top where you see the cursor located. And then I want to grab the text, bring that up and drop that. Okay. So I want to then format my table. If I hover over the table or highlight the table, you'll notice options for formatting that populate below. If you hover, you'll notice you can look at table properties, delete the table in its entirety, insert a row before, after, so on and so forth. If you hover, you'll receive that information. I have my table highlighted and I'm going to set my alignment at the center because that's how I want it to appear. And let's give this an underline so that everything is managed the same or has a more uniformed look. Now, I have this in the table, but I wanted to post without it appearing to be in a table. So I need to access my table properties. And I don't want any border width since I'm not going to use that. I will go to my advanced properties and you may have a border color there or you may not. If your border is colored, you want to select that and go down to remove color and save. Once you do that, you'll note that the image or the border lines in the table are now dotted lines. That lets you know that your table is there, it's in place, but it's invisible. So now that you have that in place, you can save and close. And as you come back out in your context box, in your table of contents, I'm just selecting it just to clear it out. So say you come back and you're here and you're looking around for information, you've created a new module. Where's my new module? Anytime you create a new module, it's going to populate at the bottom. So it's going to be at the bottom of your list. If you notice this symbol, that means your information is hidden from students. If it's something you want students to see, you need to make sure that you go back to the edit option that takes you to that box and scroll down. Let's see if this is giving me, yeah, and make it visible. After you make it visible, save and close. Okay, so now we're back, and there are your thumbnails that are placed neatly and in an organized, even fashion in your content box. This is a process that someone asked me about, and as I said, I shared with them my ideas about it, but I didn't go into details of how to and how to get from wanting to create a thumbnail look to this particular outlook. So this is how you can create thumbnails in your content box or in your course for students to access information in other locations. Hopefully this has been helpful. If you have any further questions, please contact me. I will add my contact information to the end of this video. You may contact me there. You may also look at the booking or select the booking link in my email signature to book a one-to-one session.